Hello everyone and welcome to the Frequency File, Parasites Edition. Ugh, parasites, I know, right? But I think that it's been reported that more people in North America have parasites than realize they have them. And years ago, when we came into the spring season, all of the grannies and mothers would get out their sulfur and molasses and dose all of the kids and the entire family with this hideous sounding preparation to expel whatever parasites one may have picked up over the wintertime eating stored foods from this root cellar, that type of thing. So in the old days, actually, we took better care of ourselves with regards to parasites than we do now, because people simply don't think we don't get them, but we do. They are ingested in unwashed fruits and vegetables. If you clean underneath your fingernails with your teeth, this is another good place for parasite eggs to lodge. And it's a lot easier to pick them up than you would think. So parasites are a very common co-infection with Lyme disease, and it's really important that we get rid of them because, beg your pardon, the parasite can be infected with the maybe I got one stuck in my throat. The parasites can be infected with the Lyme, and you can treat the Lyme disease in your own system, but if the parasite still has the Lyme, it can reinfect the host, which is you, with Lyme disease once you figure you've got it out of your system. So this is something that we want to try and get rid of right away. Now, you may not know some of these parasites. You've probably heard of pinworms and ascaris maybe, but have you ever heard of something called loesis? Well, this is a parasite that lives in your eye. They're actually known as eye worms, and this is really icky, disgusting, but they are quite common. And if you feel kind of twitching in your eyeballs sometimes, this is possibly a symptom of parasitic infection in the eye. So I will be putting the video link below to get to a frequency that will treat loesis, and I suggest you try it. If you feel any kind of like vibrating in your eye when you're listening to this, or in any of the other frequencies for parasites, sometimes you feel vibrating or kind of thumping going on inside, this is a pretty good indication that the frequency is getting to a parasite that you may not know you have. And there's a number of different frequencies available. Zakaus is a particularly good one, and I can't speak to this guy's politics, but definitely whatever it is that he has posted for a parasite frequency works quite well, so I'll be putting the link for that one below as well. Some of the other ones that you may have heard of that aren't necessarily parasites, but maybe are other entities that can be within a Lyme-infected person that is going to get in the way of your healing, are flukes. These lodge in the liver and the bloodstream, and we have frequencies to get rid of those. Another one is mycoplasma, which is a type of, I think you could almost describe it sort of like a fungus that grows on the inside of the intestines. And from my understanding, this is one of the things that sometimes when people with Lyme eat, they feel like they haven't eaten anything, and it causes a lot of weight gain because you're constantly hungry because you're not absorbing nutrients, because this mycoplasma is lining the intestinal tract and your body just can't extract the nutrients it needs from the food you eat. So mycoplasma is another really good one to address and get rid of as quickly as you possibly can. I'll put the link below as well. Another one is Candida albicans, and this is a yeast overgrowth, and it can cause all kinds of symptoms, that some of which are very similar to Lyme. You can get dizzy from it, skin eruptions, swelling, all kinds of, there's like the list of Candida symptoms is like that long, sort of like for Lyme. So Candida is another one to address and get rid of. And Candida is also fed by sugar and yeast, and anything that's sort of yeasty or fungally in nature. So that would be like cheese, beer, wine, bread, rolls, anything that has any kind of yeast or that kind of component in it. It's a good idea just to stop eating those things for a while. Take them out of your diet until you have addressed the Candida overgrowth. Some of the things that you can take herbally for parasites are ground cloves and ground papaya seeds will expel parasites. You can also get homeopathics from the health food store or online. You can usually get parasite kits and just follow the directions, take those, and it will help you to expel them all. Let me see. I think that's pretty much what we can say about parasites. The most important thing to do afterwards is to detox, because as these little things are dying off in your system, they're going to be releasing all kinds of toxins, etc. And so you'll want to flush that out of your system and get rid of all of the detritus that this is getting rid of these parasites is going to leave. So I do believe that's all we can say about parasites. I'm going to put the links below to some really good channels for you to check out, but I encourage you to use more than one and use them on a daily basis. You may find that when you're in your shower that you become aware of possibly expelling eggs or even a giant parasite. And it's not that hard to get them, honestly. I thought I was on top of these things, but a couple of years ago, a friend gave me a bunch of kale out of her garden, and I made smoothies out of it. And within that kale, even though I had washed it very thoroughly, not enough, an egg got in and I got a parasite. And I used a frequency basically to get rid of it. So this is something that everybody should be on top of if you want to have a clear path to getting rid of your Lyme or getting into remission. You need to get rid of parasites. Well, I want to thank you for joining me today on the Frequency File. I hope you all have a great day, and God bless you all. Bye now.